No one likes DLC, at least not anymore. Today games are full of useless extra context that is alright at best and Battlefront 2 at worst. In most cases, priced downloadable content is there to make few extra grants rather than offer the player a complete new experience. But some games, like The Witcher 3, BioShock Infinite, Mario Kart 8, Half-Life 2 and others, have good DLCs that do expand the lifetime of the game in a valuable way. For simplification's sake, we'll call these good DLCs expansions. Hello to everyone, I'm BlueFox, and today I wish to discuss about one of the greatest expansions released in the last generations of console, in the far 2013, Far Cry 3 Blooddragon. This expansion is not only one of my favorite games of all times, but it's also a good example of how a DLC can be done right. Without any further introductions, let's get started. Blooddragon is an awesome title that I restarted so many times for how much fun it is. I loved it so much when I played it at a friend's house that I couldn't resist buying it 4 years ago. There are so many things I want to discuss in this video, so let's go with order. What's Far Cry 3 Blooddragon, why is it awesome, and why is an example of a downloadable content done right? Far Cry 3 Blooddragon is basically a simplified Far Cry 3 that focuses more on the arcade aspect of the original and removes more complex mechanics like crafting and skill trees. Set in the far future of 2007, where everything from the aesthetics to the cutscenes to the plot have the very strong 80s futuristic looks, Far Cry Blooddragon is a first-person shooter open world set in a smaller yet awesome island. The plot of the game has a very exaggerated but fun tone, and the gameplay allows the player to do anything he or she wants. In few words, explosions after explosions. There are so many things that make Blooddragon amazing. First of all, the game is very easy to pick up and play. I literally played over 5 hours these days, not because I needed so much footage for this video, but because I was simply addicted by it and couldn't stop playing. Sometimes video games focus a lot on character development, a full narration, a complete lore, and much more. All good and great, but sometimes I just want to play video games because they're fun. For that reason I love arcade games like Metal Slug or Pac-Man, because they are easy to pick up, play, and above all, enjoy. Secondly, the game nails simplicity and complexity at the same time. What I mean by that is that the game doesn't offer the player much to work with. A couple of weapons, explosives, some vehicles, and like 5 different types of enemies. Yet even with a small arsenal, the player can still find millions of ways to play Blooddragon. There is no wrong approach to take when completing missions or capturing settlements. Even if the game lasts 6 or 7 hours, in my 30 and more game time I was still able to find awesome ways to complete missions. This element of freedom makes Far Cry 3 one of the greatest games of 2012, and surely makes Blooddragon a worthy successor. Lastly, the cherry on top of everything is the aesthetics of the game. As you can see from the video, Blooddragon has a very neon futuristic style. The expansion has ton of reference to the 80s classics such as the first North Star, Robocop, Rambo, Rocky, Terminator, and so many more. The characters, the plot and the world map really capture the atmosphere of the futuristic 80s extremely well. Far Cry 3 Blooddragon makes you truly feel like a one-man army. Like aforementioned, Far Cry 3 Blooddragon is an expansion for Far Cry 3 and not a sequel nor a spin-off. This is because the game uses the same mechanics, the same engine, the same animations and such from the original title. The only two new things for Blooddragon are the map and the textures. This is why I believe this game to be a good DLC. It does what expansions are supposed to do, to expand the experience had with the original title. What Blooddragon does is to represent the same game with a different setting and giving the players more missions, more plot, and more sandbox environments to play around. In short, it takes what made Far Cry 3 awesome and gives its own twist, giving more fun for the players. In conclusion, Far Cry 3 Blooddragon is a must-have for anyone who adores the setting and likes arcade-type games, with an engine of a modern title. In today's generation of console, it's far too common to find obscene DLCs and microtransactions even in single-player games. Recent titles like Fallout 76 and Call of Duty Black Ops 4 have ridiculous additional paid content. Companies that don't put loot boxes in their game now brag about the fact they are not being jerks. even if not having loot boxes should be the norm, not the exception. Far Cry 3 Blooddragon stands proud above all of this, and it's a good example of what an expansion can do and should be. Not only it is an amazing experience by its own merit, but it's also a wonderful experience for the people who loved Far Cry 3 and wanted to play more. Thank you so much for watching. As usual, your review means a lot for a small channel like mine. Oversimplify the discussion regarding modern DLC for the discussion's sake, but I do know there are many great games with respectable DLCs that are fine even if they aren't full expansions. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you like my content, consider subscribing as well. Thank you again for watching, and until next time, have a nice day.